Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom.
Developer interviews.
Hello, my name is Neil Tickton. I'm the editor-in-chief and publisher of MacTech Magazine, and we're doing the TUAW MacTech interviews with developers, talking about some of the new stuff coming out of Apple as the course of this year goes on, how it impacts them, and how that may impact you. And with us now is Simran Boozer, who is the VP of Business Development for Aperion.
Right.
Thank you for coming and
Right.
coming to chat with us a little bit here.
No problem.
So, a few different questions in here. The first one is, starting to hear from Apple about OS 10 and new version of OS 10 and iOS 7.
Yeah.
And my first question, and we're going to hear more of this as the year goes on. We're just starting to hear some stuff now. What is of the things you've been hearing? What are your favorite features, or what are the things you're looking most forward to?
Right. So as you know, we're an enterprise company,
Right.
which is a lot of consumer focused here.
Sure.
But some of the things that Apple's doing in the enterprise, for example, talking about single sign-on,
Right.
talking about in-app VPN, these are things that impact our customers,
Sure.
and we're very interested in those things.
Sure. And were there any personal favorites of stuff that you liked in there as well?
Well, I mean, I always like when they come out with new boxes and
Yeah.
hardware. I enjoy that personally.
So the Mac
but
Pro
but
is a
yeah,
big deal,
absolutely.
yeah.
And of course, I just bought one, so I'm gonna have to go trade it in. But other than that,
Yeah,
everything's good.
Exactly. So, Aperion obviously is very much in it's very much in the Apple space. It's got a heritage of being in the Apple
Yes.
space and whatnot, but also on the enterprise side. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what Aperion does?
Right. So our primary focus is to help companies to take apps that they have built. So if you're a developer, you've built this fantastic app. It's for an internal audience.
Right.
It's for employees.
Right.
And at that point, we come into play.
Right.
We help you to deploy that app,
Right.
put security around that app, manage that app through the whole life cycle. So you could think of it as iTunes for the enterprise, although we do a lot more because the enterprise requirements are quite different than a public app store. would be.
It's almost like mobile app management as opposed to
Yeah.
mobile device management, which is
Right.
commonly heard as.
So mobile app management is the name of our space, but actually we go a lot deeper than that. We're integrating with development platforms. People that use Appcelerator, for example, and Xamarin and others can actually publish into us.
Cool.
But what we do is apply policies at a point when you've actually built your app, and then you can actually just check a box, re-sign the app, and go. And the most recent policy is remote control,
Okay.
which is really exciting. And so that means that as a help desk person in a company, somebody's having difficulty with an app. They call you on the phone,
right in, yeah.
and instead of saying, now press that button up there, and if you ever listen to those conversations, they're really painful.
Yeah.
The administrator can actually come in and take over the application,
right.
push the buttons, see the screen, and that is a revolution. It's the first time that that's actually been able to be done in this way where you can actually do it on the fly.
Yeah, and it's a common support tactic to be able to do, but with mobile devices and whatnot, it's obviously been a much more difficult thing to do.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So of the stuff we touched on this there a little bit on it. Why don't we talk a little bit about some of what Apple is doing and where they're moving with stuff? How do you see that impacting what you guys are doing, good and bad?
Yeah, so I mean, Apple, as you know, is primarily an enterprise-focused company. They've had
Consumer-focused company.
consumer-focused company, yeah, and we're really trying to help the enterprises take that. And so a lot of what we do is, in some sense, parallel, to what Apple's doing, but we work a lot with their enterprise organization. So a lot of this announcement was probably consumer-focused. We're definitely looking at the enterprise stuff.
Right.
We think that they, want to support that audience as best they can.
Right.
And there's been some recent movement. For example, they're now certified for the government and some other things. So they're looking at that. But a lot of the deep application management, a lot of the support requirements that enterprise have are very unique to those environments, and we continue to support that along with other people in the ecosystem.
Cool. So in a lot of ways, kind of the lack of what Apple has been doing on the enterprise is what provides you guys the ability to, or the opportunity to.
Yeah,
to go
but
into
Apple
this
has actually supported that. They wrote the MDM spec, which helped a whole group of companies to be successful,
absolutely.
right?
So-
We're focusing on application management. There are others that focus on back as a service. There's
data management,
yeah.
app management,
So
device management.
there's a huge open space out there. It's all enabled because they've got great devices,
Absolutely.
and they brought consumer experiences. And
Yeah.
so the challenge in the enterprise is to bring those same consumer experiences to have that same kind of fun. And
Yeah.
people don't think of enterprise and fun together.
Exactly.
But it's important because people will not use these apps that you build for them internally if they don't meet the requirements that they're used to in the marketplace.
And not only that they're not used to and whatnot, but they have to be successful. The more engaging they are, the better. And
Absolutely.
The more you make their life easier is part of that engagement.
Making life easier is the
Is the
challenge
big
because enterprise rollouts and the whole way in which that's done has historically been very clunky and difficult, and some of the apps that were
Call that
built
a nightmare.
were were not friendly,
Yeah,
and so
exactly.
we really want to make the experience friendly, and the reason why is adoption.
Yeah.
You build an app internally, unless everybody can get it and use it, you don't get an ROI, and that's really the bottom line.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. So it's been an interesting mobility, all those trends in mobility and really the management of it. Everybody wanted to use devices. Everybody had the whole consumerization of IT and the consumerization of enterprise and stuff has been phenomenal to watch, and it's been even more interesting to watch who's coming up with solutions to make that tolerable at the IT and enterprise level. And now we're getting beyond tolerable to actually being useful. And,
right.
And that's really neat to see.
We want to see apps built, and we want to see apps used.
Right.
So we're basically building that platform that enables that, and that's our goal.
Great.
So.
Great. Well, Simran, thank you for coming and joining us.
All right, no problem.
I'm Neil Tickton. This is the TUAW MacTech Interviews, talking to developers about what Apple has coming our way as far as OSs and updates as the course of the year goes on. And we appreciate you listening.